A lot of people will stop at Skyrocket first, which would probably be a good idea if I didn't have that credit already. But I'm heading to Steel Curtain. This entire section was closed on me, my 2020 visit. Well, it took several years, but I finally got on Steel Curtain. I did it the back row, then the front row. Because of the line, that might be the only 2 times I ride it. I may come back later. But that was great. That is easily my second favorite in the park. Although I don't know, I might need to ride Skyrocket again. That Skyrocket might be kind of close, but this is such a long ride. The inversions are all great. And it is glossy smooth. So the 2019 rides, Copperhead Strike should have won, not Steel Curtain. But I still really like this ride. It's nothing super intense, but it is a lot of fun. It will probably make my top 100. I would say as far as my new coasters of this year, certainly behind Iron Gwazi and Pantheon, that's no contest, but I would say I'd put it ahead of Icebreaker. This is a very comfortable ride. It is glossy smooth. You don't have to fight any kind of collars. Comfortable restraints. You get a little pinch of hang time here. So while it may not be the most forceful ride in the world, it's very enjoyable. If you're looking for the strongest air time and the best hang time, you're not going to get that here, but you're going to get a very fun ride.
That one doesn't whip you around and jerk like wild.
And what that guy just said is very true. You don't get whipped around and jerked back and forth. Every transition is just perfect. Now some people like that, getting thrown all over the place. I kind of like it too, but if you don't, then don't worry about this ride, because it doesn't do that to you. Oh, don't miss out on the Noah's Ark walkthrough when you come to Kennywood. I was in such a hurry 2 years ago when I was here. I didn't even take the time for it. I didn't even notice it. I didn't see it at all. This will be my first time riding Purple Phantom. The Phantom's Revenge front row, just as great as ever. Incredible speed, so smooth, and then the drop into the ravine, and then you finish up with that crazy ejector airtime sequence, and there's basically no wait, except that they are running one train, but that's all they need to run right now. The only bad part about Phantom's Revenge is that you gotta walk a long ways around to get back to the entrance. That's an interesting history with Thunderbolt. Yes, you do have to have a partner, but it was actually pretty easy for me to find one. I got in line and then there was a party of 5 that got in line right behind me, so no problem. The thing is, though, the ride itself is kind of underwhelming. It has a few strong lateral moments, of course. That's why you have to have the partner, because there's no seat dividers. Although I still don't quite understand why you have to have a partner. Like, if you're solo, you should just be able to sit on the left and be fine, I would think. But, you know, whatever. Coney Island Cyclone, I'm sliding across the seat, and that's no problem. But whatever the reason, that's the rule. Still got the credit. There was one moment of a pretty decent pop of airtime. Very quick. Just pop out of your seat and then right back down. It is really cool how you have a drop right out of the station. But this sequence right here, going around the plaza twice, that's where you hit the laterals that throw you to the left. But they aren't like the strongest laterals I've ever felt, so I'm not sure why you have to have the partner. I would say that the initial moment when the lateral started, that was a pretty sudden burst of laterals to the left. But those were the only laterals that I would say were super strong, where it could be a problem if you're riding in the right seat with nobody in the left seat. But if you're riding in the left seat with no one on your right, no problem. So I'm not sure why they have that rule, but
Thanks for riding.
Got my credit. Oh, got back on Jackrabbit, running 2 trains. Line moves real quick. Got on very quickly. I did get the back row, but this double down only gave very mild airtime, mild ejector airtime. It's still a great moment. But it seemed like it was stronger in 2020. It is really cool the way it utilizes the hillside. It's weird calling this a terrain coaster because there's just a little bitty dip down there as far as the land goes. Just a little hill, but the coaster utilizes it well on that double down. I don't know if I just hit the jackpot today or if the rumors have turned out to not be true. But lines have not been bad today. I waited about 20 minutes for a third ride on Steel Curtain. And I waited about 10 minutes for Jackrabbit and about 5 minutes for Skyrocket. Hardly anything compared to the hour and a half I waited the last time I was here. I only rode this once because of that line. And this is a great ride, especially if you ride in the back. Riding in the back, you get great airtime at the top of the top hat, and then again on the descent. You get 2 airtime moments up there. There's incredible ejector airtime off the mid-course. Plus you get hang time on the inversions. That zigzag section is kind of stupid, but you know, who cares? The final 2 airtime hills give good floater. Nothing that spectacular, but people who criticize that ending sequence, that zigzag, is kind of dumb, but those airtime hills are pretty good.
Riders, welcome back. Once the train stops, push up in your lap bar. Exit to the right and down the ramp.
So 2 years ago, I waited an hour and a half for Skyrocket, and now this is the line. Oh, an afternoon shower popped up out of nowhere, but didn't shut anything down.
I mean, I guess so. I'll be over one.
I think everyone wants to ride Phantom's Revenge after the shower for some reason. Old Mill boat ride. I did do it. It was practically a walk-on when I did it. It was pretty cool. I would have liked to have seen it as Garfield. I know it's gotten a lot of, that one version of it got a lot of criticism, but I'm a big, huge Garfield fan, so I think I would have loved it. Okay, my apologies to Racer. I said this was underwhelming, no airtime in the past. Yeah, forget that. That ride I just got was incredible. I was in the very back row on the blue train, and there was standing ejector airtime on that. That is some of the best airtime I've had on any Buzz Bar coaster. And I would even throw Phoenix in on that. That was amazing. And it's starting to rain again. Racer, that was better than Jackrabbit. There had to be 3 or 4 moments of airtime that were way stronger than that double down on Jackrabbit. So forget about Jackrabbit being my favorite wooden coaster in the park. Racer by a long shot. And, oh yeah, Thunderbolt still well back of Jackrabbit, but Racer, my gosh. I was wondering why I got such a long line. Now I know, because it is incredible. That's not even talking anything about the racing elements. Have you ever seen that? 5 minutes.
Come on.
Yep, this is the line for Steel Curtain. What is going on today? Racer is 30 minutes. Steel Curtain is 5.
Enjoy your ride here on Pennsylvania Power Building.
It is sprinkling, but I don't care. I am totally addicted to this thing. I just keep on marathoning it because there's like the wait is like 5 to 10 minutes. And now I'm thinking, this is probably top 50 worthy. And now I'm starting to think, it was the right call, putting this ahead of Copperhead Strike. This is incredible. I love this. In about an hour and a half, I got 7 rides. To make for 10 total for the day. I never would have imagined that I would get 10 rides on Steel Curtain today. That is incredible. And I could have gotten a lot more because the line has been that short all day. And I got time to get about 3 more, but I really want to go get on Phantom's Revenge again. So 10 rides on Steel Curtain. I've got 9 lifetime on Phantom with 5 and now 4 today, so want to get a 5th. That is certainly my favorite in the park. But I had to take advantage of the short lines on Steel Curtain because from what I hear, you don't see that very often. So I'm getting that on my day. I'm taking advantage of it. But it's kind of weird that midday, Phantom's Revenge had a longer line than Steel Curtain. May not be as good as the RMCs or Pantheon, but it's still pretty solid. I wish it held you there just a little bit longer, but it holds you there long enough to get the 0 Gs, but just barely. Oh, never mind. Phantom's Revenge is broke down, so came back to Steel Curtain. And I'll wait out this horrifically long line. How can someone be expected to wait in this long line? Oh, the clock has struck 0. Game over at Kennywood for today. I got 11 rides on Steel Curtain. 3 of them were rain rides, including here at the very end. One of those rain rides, it was coming down pretty good. It's starting to come down again. This day at Kennywood, I don't think could have gone any better if I wanted. I'd only wish that Phantom's Revenge didn't break down near the end of the day there. So I ended up with only 4 rides on it, but 3 of them were in the back car. And then 1 in the front row. And Steel Curtain, I rode all over the train. Most of them were towards the front or back. 1 in the middle. And this is a great ride. This is way better than I thought it would be. The kids are running around hoping to get another ride, but it's closed. The park's closed. Getting such short lines, couldn't ask for more. And probably the next time I come here, it will have like hour and a half, 2 hour line, or it'll be broke down. So on that day, I can marathon Phantom's Revenge instead. But for now, lifetime rides on Steel Curtain 11, Phantom's Revenge 9. But I got 24 coaster rides, let's see, and 3 other rides, plus an attraction. So 28 rides and attractions I did today. And in the same amount of time at Knoebels, I didn't come close to that. So in my experience, Kennywood does not have big lines. Knoebels is the packed park with huge lines. They're setting another train out. That's weird because they had already cleared out everyone and sent out the empty train in front of the people. Maybe the employees are getting to ride. They deserve it. I think more parks ought to do employee ride times, or employees get to ride at the end of the night, that sort of thing. Well, after such a great day here at Kennywood, I look forward to coming back here. That's the thing, Knoebels, yeah, I really wouldn't care to go back there. I want to come back here. So that'll do it from an amazing day at Kennywood. Short lines for the most part. Very reasonable, especially for Steel Curtain. I guess you just never know. Maybe I've heard wrong. Maybe people over-exaggerate the lines for Steel Curtain. So that's it from Kennywood. So tomorrow will be the Columbus Zoo and the 2 Scene 75s. Now they won't be operating at this hour. Park's been closed. This parking lot is the way to go. I mean, you get such great views of the coasters. If you're up here while they're running, you get some really good shots.